Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now in the last week or so I actually have ended up doing some rank ups that I never really told anybody about. So if you're not watching my live streams regularly, you probably don't even know. And in this video I'm just gonna go over all 4 of my new rank 4 6-star champions and explain exactly why I ranked up each and every single one of them. Just as a brief overview, at the moment, my account has 1 6-star rank 5 champion. That would be Kingpin. And then we have 44 now 6-star rank 4s. That means that in a generic meta, I can quite comfortably make a deck of only rank 4s 6 stars. However, what I have noticed, I still typically end up always adding up to about 5 rank 3 6 stars in my Battlegrounds deck as well. And that's just because of obviously the specific nature of the metas, and obviously there's always some champions that work extremely well with specific node combinations, and I have 107 rank 3 champions. And that's also more or less how I decided which champions are going to go up to rank 4 and which champions are more likely to go up to rank 4 in near future. And if you want to know the new rank 4s that I got, now the first one is probably going to be the most exciting because I actually managed to pull that champion live on stream, and I pretty much immediately took that champion up to rank 4, and that is none other than Spot. Now, getting Spot finished my interest in current featured 6-star hero crystal. That means I can start saving up for the next featured when it's going to come out in 2.5 months or so from now, and hopefully get all of the champions there and then. At the same time, it was quite unlucky. I would say it took me about 65 or 68 featured 6-star hero crystals just to get this Spot. As soon as I got him, I gave him an awakening gem and 199 6 stones, took him to rank 4, sig 200, and now I do have Spot. And obviously, I do have quite big expectations with him. Truth be told, I'm still not the best with him. I do need to practice more. Luckily, I had played a bit with Spot because I had the 5-star one that I kind of tinkered a bit here and there, but now that I have a 6-star rank 4, obviously that's a completely different feel to the character. Right, who else I took up? And that is Omega Red. Omega Red is one of those champions that I kind of had pushed aside a bit. I had opportunities to rank him in the past. I had sigged him up. He is great for Battlegrounds. And one of the things that kind of held me back using him, it's kind of ironic, is because he was rank 3 and he wasn't just quite quick enough. And I definitely have immediately noticed that there is quite a big change in his effectiveness. Some champions you do not feel it as much. For instance, if you have rank 3 or rank 4 Hulkling and stuff like that, there isn't that big of a difference. But with Omega Red, you can definitely notice that. And the fact that you can take down a Rintra with Omega Red in about 60 seconds or under is just absolutely amazing. Obviously, you have to get him up to the max sig level, but finally, I did end up taking Omega Red. I do think that he's going to work for a fair amount of metas. An additional reason is he's also one of those champions, obviously, that's phenomenal with Liquid Courage Double Edge. Now, ironically, whenever I see a meta where you could run Liquid Courage Double Edge, I typically do test it out, but I don't tend to do as well, and then I go back to a generic mastery setup. But even without Liquid Courage Double Edge, Omega Red is an absolute beast for Battlegrounds, just of the nature that he can take a lot of tricky fights like Rintra, he can take like Man-Thing, and so on and so forth. So I definitely do love the fact that I finally took a plunge there. And truth be told, also my mutant class was falling slightly behind other classes, and I needed to kind of equal the scales, so to speak. So that rank up was Omega Red. And then the next rank up that I did is Black Cat. And Black Cat also has a similar reason for going to rank 4, which is that she just answers a ton of problem champions in Battlegrounds under a ton of different metas. She is going to be extremely great for week 4 meta, in my opinion, which is going to be the Rage and Rage and Polka Dot Power. And in general, she just has been absolutely phenomenal for a ton of different weeks in Battlegrounds. And on top of it, again, she is one of those champions that just deals with a ton of the hardest matchups in Battlegrounds, like Thing, like Rintra, like Hulkling, so on and so forth. So I do put quite a lot of value in her. Now, I maybe should have done Massacre before her, but Massacre is bound to go up at some point soon as well. And my final rank up is my most recent one. And the final rank up I did purely because he was one of those champions that everybody uses in Battlegrounds in almost every meta, just because of how big and tanky he is, because of his massive health pool. And because of the last featured crystal, I actually ended up getting him to Sig 180. So it kind of seemed like a waste not to rank him up. And it's not the most glamorous or glorious of the rank ups by any means. Obviously, Sasquatch is not the most exciting champion in the game, but he is the champion with like the highest health pool. Actually, you can double check that, but I do think that I think Sasquatch is either second or the highest health pool. So you can quickly double check that in Aunt May. We're gonna sort out by base stats and by HP. Yeah, there you go. So out of the biggest health pool champions, my Sasquatch is rank 4, my Rintra is rank 4, and the Man Thing is rank 4 now as well. So I'm very happy that I kind of finished the Mystic Tank trifecta. Suppose I will need to rank 4 my King Groot at some point soon as well, and we'll see what happens with iHulk. But he is a great Battlegrounds defense in almost every meta. Obviously, he has obvious weaknesses of Human Torch and Archangel, but more often than not, I end up getting both of those champions banned anyways. So those are my new rank 4 champions. At the moment, as I said, I'm sitting on 44 rank 4s. You can see all of them. We're going to go over them class by class. Because finally, there was one weird thing that happened, kind of. Because all the time, I had one specific class that had the most rank 4s. And I think it has just been overthrown. So in Science class, I have Quicksilver, Mr. Fantastic, Thing, Spot, Anti-Venom, Mr. Negative, Scorpion, and Human Torch. There are a few more Science champions that I really do want to take up, namely Titania, Overseer. I really want to take up Spider-Ham and Joe Fixit as well. So there's at least 4 more Science champions that I really want to take up. Science is my favorite class in general as well. And then in skill class, now 6 skill champions, well, 5.5, because Thor Ragnarok realistically is not going to see the light of day pretty much ever. And in skill class, again, skill class is kind of becoming more and more relevant because of the Battlegrounds. Kind of mutant class is declining in relevance, in my opinion, and skill class is increasing, because in skill class, I could very well easily rank up Shang-Chi, Crossbones. I really want to rank up Crossbones, Hitmonkey, Massacre, Jabari Panther, and several others. So in skill class, it's going to be hard to figure out which ones are going to be my next rank ups. But at the moment, we're sitting there in 6. 6 in mutant class. Super happy with my mutant class rank ups, especially Havoc. Havoc's actually been MVP quite recently for me in Battlegrounds, for Alliance War, for a whole bunch of different things. And absolutely love the fact that I ended up taking him up. Mutant class is quite opposite from most other classes in the game, where I don't really have that many champions I really want to take up. Toad, probably. Wolverine, Weapon X, probably. That's about it that I'm looking at. Obviously, Iceman is going to get a buff. I want to see how his buff is going to work out, but there aren't that many mutant champions I'm desperate on taking to rank 4 for sure. Then moving on to Cosmic class. That's 7. That used to be my most ranked class. And in Cosmic class, I do have a handful of champions I really do want to take up. In Cosmic class, that would definitely be Null. I took my Null to Sig 200. He is the most likely upcoming rank up in Cosmic class. And then additionally, King Groot as well. And as a guilty pleasure rank up, I do want to do OG Thor. I think as a rank 4, he would be much more impressive. In Tech class, we have 7 now as well. And as you can see, pretty much everything that I need, I think, is ranked up. one tech champion that I should rank up quite soon, probably Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. And I think that's about it. Other than Starkey, there isn't, again, anything that I'm desperately rushing to rank 4 in tech class now. And Mystic class now is the most. Mystic, I have 9 Mystic rank 4, so my Mystic lineup is quite jacked, and that primarily has to do with Battlegrounds defense, because Mystics are objectively the best defenders in Battlegrounds, especially because of MD, and again, them having those chunky boys there. But that doesn't mean that there aren't more Mystic champions that I want to take out. Mordo and Ebony Maw and America Chavez especially now, potentially Spider-Man Supreme and Mojo, and Longshot, definitely want to rank up Longshot. He's been valuable in a ton of different metas, and I think one of the most likely future rank ups, as in very near future, could be Diablo, because I think Diablo is going to be very good for week 4 in Battlegrounds. If I'm going to get enough rank up materials before week 4 starts, I will quite possibly take up Diablo for that Rage Polka Dot power meta. But obviously, as I said, Mystic class, again, is one of those classes that just seems to be flying, and I want to rank up more and more champions. So that is kind of my current state of rank 3s and rank 4s, 6 stars. I will do a full account overview video at some point soon, because it is time. I have gotten to 5.5 million hero base rating, so it means it's about time we do one of these account review videos. But let me know what you guys think about my more recent rank ups and rank 4s in general, and I will catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the